Greetings everyone, this is Alt Lexington with part 22 of my Agent of Yesterday leveling. I ended the last video pretty quick because I was in need of a quick break. Excuse me. It's only been a few minutes since I ended that video and I've had my quick break. So now I'm back to pick up where I was left off. And we headed to Starbase Sierra, Starbase 39, because the mission told us to. The end of the last mission, Mine Enemy, told us to. But while en route, Admiral Tani contacted us, so we didn't actually have to go into Starbase 39. And she contacted us and gave us our next mission called Frozen. So we can go straight there, but I've noticed that I somehow picked up a system patrol which I didn't click for, so I'm going to drop that. Rather than having to do that again. I mean, I just played Mine Enemy, which was in that system, and now it automatically gave me a system patrol which I don't need to do. So I'm going to drop that mission. If I can remember how. There we go. In progress. Hit our system patrol. Drop, because it only gives expertise anyway. We've also got new officers to get from Starfleet. Choose one of the following officers. It's a new bridge officer by the looks of things. So I've got to determine what bridge officer I need. Let's move that to one side for a moment and have a look. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 science officers. 1, 2, 3 tacticals. 1, 2, 3 engineers. Well, I think I'm going to go for... Well, let's have a look. There's no space traits on that one. Or that one. Or that one. None of them have space traits. And they're pack lids. So I think I'll get the Saurian Tactical Officer. That means 4 scientists, 4 tacticals, and then the next time I get an officer, it'll probably be an engineer. Then I'll have 4 of each. So let's hail Starfleet and choose our Saurian Tactical Officer. And since we've got no room on our ship, obviously, we can't have him join the crew yet until I get another bridge officer slot. So I'll just put not now. That will send him to my candidate section. I can either use him to create a manual, or I can commission him, or I can dismiss him. And he's a purple, so that's pretty good. But for now he can stay where he is. Now I'll go into my inventory and I'll put these tribbles away somewhere because I might read them at some point, but I don't want them eating my supplies right now and breeding right now. We can get rid of some of this rubbish that we picked up. There we go, that's enough rubbish gotten rid of. This is what we got from the episode, a non-combat pet. Now I believe if you play Mine Enemy and do all 3 optionals, you can upgrade this to a combat pet. Let's have a look. More details. A young Horta has chosen to join you on your adventures. This silicon-based life form will learn from you as you travel and munch on any interesting materials or minerals it encounters. Someday your Horta friend will return to the Chamber of the Ages on Janus. Is that 5? But it has a few thousand years to play explorer before that happens. This young Horta is a summonable non-combat pet. It does not use a device slot but must be in your inventory to be summoned. Non-combat space pet summon your Horta. The Horta hatchling does not have any offensive abilities and will go away when combat starts. Now I believe it can be upgraded to a combat pet at some point. I've got more inventory slots now as well. Lots of things. So let's move this down here, and we can put him on my toolbar when I'm on ground, because it doesn't need to be put into a device slot, so he can join the toolbar without going to a device slot. And for assets, we must have got some dilithium for that episode. Yep. So that was the rewards from Mine Enemy. Sorry, from Mine Enemy. Now we see if we've got any more skill points. Yes, we gained 2 skill points, a space and a ground. And we've already gone ultimate on tactical. So now we've got a point to put somewhere else. I'm thinking more warp core potential. Got plenty of shield hardness. Could go for some drain expertise. Just check them to see what they are. I think we'll go for more warp core potential. This skill improves the amount of subsystem power available in all 4 of your subsystems. This skill provides additional subsystem power to any subsystem that is set below 75. The bonus starts at 0 when your subsystem target is set at 75 and scales upwards. Well, we'll go for this one. Or we could go for weapon subsystem performance. That might be better, actually. Or we could put in some drain expertise. There's also improved EPS. That might be worth going for. So it's hard to know where to put this point. It always is hard to know where to put points. But what the hell, weapons performance. I'll probably get to change them at some point when I level up, so I don't have to worry right now. We don't get any extra traits. Oh, ground skill, forgot that one. Well, we've got all the armor. No, all the weapons, sorry. Now we're going for armor. Which means we can unlock another training possibility. And I'm thinking Overwatch is better. There we go, skill points spent. Now at level 45 we got our bridge officer. Nothing for the next level. Soon to get tactical fleet. So there, that'll do. That'll do for now. I've just noticed. Can we put on a couple more batteries? You can put on weapons batteries. This shield battery won't stack with the others for some reason. But instead of an engine battery, we'll have a weapons battery. So they've changed down here. And that means I've got to resave my loadout now because I changed one of the batteries. I could do with some better tactical consoles. Okay, that's that saved. Now we can get on with this mission, Frozen. Where we're going to find the Riemann base. Make contact with them. This is what Admiral Tenney told me about it. We know from the information you recovered from the HIFAR system that the Taoxiao are planning to attack a Riemann settlement in the Dira system. We have an opportunity to reach the settlement first. This may be a completely internal matter, and if so, the Prime Directive will come into play. We will not be able to interfere. But if there is an outside influence directing these matters, we must know what it is. Our encounters with the Undyne and the Changelings have proven that there are entities attempting to move the powers of the Quadrant like pieces in a Kauto game. It is essential to protecting the Federation to see these attempts for what they are and counter them. I want you to go to the Dira system and learn more about the Riemann uprising. The Riemanns will have hidden their base, so you may have to use subterfuge to find it. One more thing, I realize this is a dangerous situation and that you may be drawn into conflict, but do not antagonize the Riemanns or the Romulans if you can avoid doing so. We are already at war with the Klingon Empire. I would prefer to avoid another extended conflict. So, we are to determine if this Riemann uprising is an internal matter for the Romulans or is some outside influence triggering internal conflicts. If not, we can't interfere. If so, we can interfere. So we got to see if Obisek knows who's pulling Hakiv's strings. Obisek of the Riemann. We've already met him before, once in the vault and once before that at Nimbus Wasteland where he escaped with the Phaelon triggers. And here we are at the Dira system. Right, let's read this. Dira 2 is an uninhabited L-class world orbiting a Class F star. It is one of several planets that Starfleet installed sensor arrays on after the destruction of the Romulan homeworld. The arrays are tuned to detect the spread of radiation from the Hobus supernova and are part of a 30-year study on the long-term effects of such an event on surrounding sectors. So if Starfleet had already got sensors down there, wouldn't they know where the Reman base is and all that lot? But you have to scan it on from afar. Anyway, let's begin this episode. Begin Frozen, one of my favourite episodes, because it just looks so cool. To use precisely the right word. Admiral, the Remans are jamming our sensors and there is no way to determine where their base is located without assistance. We need a guide. Continue. Sensors are picking up a communications satellite nearby. We should be able to modify it to emit a signal that the Remans will think is from one of their ships. When the Remans send someone to investigate the signal, we can get a sensor lock on their ship and follow them back to their base. Good plan, Fishman. But first, I need to get me scan fix. There's a scannable over there. Whoa, interference. There's the communications satellite. The micronebula is limiting sensor function. We can... Okay, whatever you say. I hate it the way they pop up so slowly. So fast, I mean. You can't see what they say. Especially if you've got trouble reading like I do. Quick burst of speed to get there. Take me to Verderon City. One anomaly. Wow, what a slow turn rate. Alter array. The modifications are complete, Admiral. When we trigger the transmission, the Reman should think it is from a vessel that is losing power and needs assistance. There's a micronebula aft of our location that should be sufficient to conceal the Stitching Time G's energy signature while we wait for our Reman guide to arrive. So we've got to go hide in the nebula. And it's not to our aft because we turned around. So let's hide in the nebula. Let's give it a quick turn, just to make sure we're in the right, facing the right direction. And now send the signal and wait for the Remans. And it's a Talis Warbird. The signal worked, Captain. Reman scout ship in range. It's moving to scan the area. Are they going to realise they've been duped? I have a sensor lock on the Reman vessel. We'll be able to track it if it goes to warp. Detecting large energy build-up, sir. It's near the Reman ship. Romulans! Romulans! The battleship is powered disruptors, Captain. Should we interfere, Captain? They're firing on the Reman ship. The scout ship's weapons and engines are damaged, sir. The Remans are cloaking, sir, attempting to re-establish sensor lock. Captain, the Reman ship has cloaked, but its engines are damaged and sensors are detecting a tachyon leak. They can't stay hidden for long. If we distract the Romulans, then the Remans will have a chance to decloak and go to warp. Otherwise, I don't think they can last long against the Romulans. If the Reman vessel is destroyed, we will lose our best chance at finding the base. So we've got to kill the Rommies. Captain, incoming hail from the lead Romulan vessel. They know we're here. Putting it on view screen now.
Do you dare to test the might of the Romulan Star Empire?
Let's pause here while I read this. Ah, the famed USS Stitching Time G. You're a good distance out of your Federation territory, aren't you? Offer no aid or assistance to these Reman rebels and leave this system immediately. If you do so, I can overlook your intrusion into an internal affair. Otherwise, I will be forced to see your presence here as an invasion of Romulan territory that would be unfortunate for you. Deal with Romulan forces. Thank you, Mr. Spock. Four allies, those are my tractor mines, I think. Approach Reman Scout. Not too fast though. Admiral, the Reman scout ship has decloaked. They will try to shake us. We need to stay close until we get a lock on the ship's warp signature. They're taking us near a scannable over here. Human ship, stand down, prepare to be boarded so we can scan your data banks and find your base. Just like the Romulans. Can we get within range of the scannable? Yep, now let's keep following the Remans. We're intimidating them. It's almost as if they're leading us to their base. Obisek might expect us, especially if they send out a signal to tell him. Yep, their cloak is not working properly.
Ship is under attack.
Romulan! Kill it! Quick! Mines aren't very useful in this game. Marines aren't very useful in this game. They're too slow. They decloaked. Follow the Riemann ship. Follow the yellow brick road. The Riemann ship has executed a short warp jump, and I have a lock on its coordinates, sir. We can engage warp as soon as you're ready. Follow them. Don't let them escape, rebel scum. You are part of a rebel alliance. I'm not picking up any ships here, Admiral, but I wouldn't be surprised if there are one or more cloaked ships in the area. Riemann cloaked ships can appear as concentrations of tachyon particles. I will continue scanning the area. There is something interesting on the planet's surface, however. Sensors are detecting a large underground installation. It could very well be the base that the Riemann resistance is using. The entire area is protected by a magnetic shield, though, so we can't transport inside. There is a series of caverns connected to the installation. We could send a team there and try to find a way to disable or circumvent the magnetic shielding. Well, I would beam down, but first, there's something to scan. And there's something else. If there are cloaked Riemann ships, let's hope they don't decloak and attack, because we're not supposed to start a conflict with them. But they're a resistance force. I don't think they would attack and waste resources unnecessarily, because resistances are probably short on resources. No more, so we might as well beam down. And we're getting our 14 this time. Admiral, this is incredible. The underground cavern we are in is natural, but the base itself, it's a ship, the Derelict's class. If my tricorder readings are correct, the Riemanns moved a derelict vessel into the cavern. We appear to be in a maintenance area adjacent to the hull of the ship. The Riemanns probably mined these tunnels for raw materials. I'm picking up multiple veins of ore that could be useful if they are replicating ship parts or weapons. I'm not reading any way into the ship from here, though. We'll need to find an entrance. Oh, it's bloody cold in here. I bet the Andorian Tarsi likes it. Right. Scan. That's the first thing you do. Sir, the cavern seems to be occupied by indigenous fauna. We should proceed with caution. Before I run around there, let's just check and look at these crates just to see if any of them have a glow on them. No, we can't open any of them. What's all this thing? Oh, there's crates. Ah, at least it's not a tribble. What's this then? Hey! What are you? That's what you get. That's what you get for biting. I thought I set off alarm for a minute. What's through here? It's dead, Jim. I can barely see what's going on here. This abandoned lab station was probably used to refine the ore the Remans collected while creating this maintenance tunnel. There's a temporal probe on this episode as well. Well, so much for stealthy approach. I haven't seen this place lit up with lighting 2.0 before. That's why I'm having a look at everything. This tunnel leads directly into the main area of the base, sir, but it's completely blocked. I wonder if a weapon on its highest setting would breach it. Well, that depends. Got to open the crates first. At least it's no tribble. No tribble at all. Scan gate. This gate is made of titanium alloy, Admiral. There's no way a hand weapon will blast through it. We need something with a lot more power than... That's it. Sir, did you see the mining laser? If it's operational, we might be able to modify it to do the job. I think the controls for the laser are on the other side of this wall. Okay, so that's the entrance to the base. And this is the mining laser. We've got to figure out a way to use it. So let's find the controls. Here they are. Malfunction, engaging automatic shutdown. So it didn't work. Something must be wrong with the mining laser, sir. We should perform a more detailed scan to determine the source of the problem. Scan? Shouldn't it be glowing when you want to scan it? Admiral, the mining laser's power system isn't strong enough. We won't be able to cut through titanium. I think there are several different ways we can fix this. Your career training will help. You only need to complete one optional of the career-based objectives to advance. Your applied tactics instructor always told you to use whatever was available to get the job done. You think you could modify the power cell of a hand weapon to boost the output of the mining laser. Starfleet weapons aren't compatible, but the Remans might have left something suitable in the cave. So there's engineering, science, and tactical, and all I have to do is the tactical one. Collect weapon power supplies. I wonder if I can do all three just for the fun. Spideys! Yeah, very stealthy. No Spideys in here? Bit slow to respond. You have all the power cells you need, but before you can use them to boost the output of the mining laser, you will need to fuse them together and install a single control unit that is strong enough to handle the burst of power without burning out. Well, the mini-map tells me to go over here. Place power packs. Hey! Spider-Man, will you stop sending your creepy friends to bite me? There we go. Fuse them together. The combined power pack is now ready to use. All you need to do is install it in the mining laser and cross your fingers. Okay. Hang on, did we go the wrong way? No. Field strip. That did it, sir. Power to the mining laser is steady and it should be ready to fire. Use mining laser from the console. Now, if a phaser and a disruptor particle weapons can't penetrate the titanium gate, what makes them think a laser, which isn't a particle weapon, what makes them think that can do it? A laser is just light rays. Zoom. Remans on busting through the front door of your hidden base. Success! The path inside the Reman base is clear, Admiral. The Remans will be alerted to our presence, so we will need to be careful, but I have a feeling that Obisek wants to see us. Yes, me too. Enter base and locate Obisek. As long as your dreary ass son ain't about, who's saying it's too bright in here. Come on, crew, don't get stuck. There we go. Open sesame. Well, attack! No? Let's talk to him. Why are you here, outsider? Ask your questions, I will answer. Tell me about your life here. The nights are cold and there's not enough food. It is a place like any other. For now we are safe from the Taoshia, but I fear that will soon change. Why are you fighting the Romulans? My wife was working on a mining ship. This was not a military vessel. It had no weapons and limited shields. It was not in restricted space, and it threatened no one. The Taoshia captured it and questioned everyone on the crew for weeks. My wife died screaming in a Taoshia interrogation chamber. I fight for her. What do you want when this conflict ends? What do I want? I cannot answer that question. All I will ever want, died with my wife. You miserable sod. What's this? A power source. The Remans seem to have been expecting us. Perhaps we should have just knocked. Who the devil are you two? What's in there? What's in there? Nothing. Hey, you! Tell me about your life here. The nights are cold. There's not enough food. It's a place like any other. It's the same guy. Don't need to read it because it's the same person. Right, we went all the way around. What did he say? I didn't see it. Salmak isn't here. Obisek sent him on a mission. Salmak. Is that the same guy again? Yep, it's the same guy. There's a scannable here. Can't go in there. That way is blocked. So continue on deeper in. What are you doing here? What am I doing here? I'm just hanging out, looking at the temple probe over there. But maybe we should go this way round. The food supplies are running low. Then I suggest you go buy some. Who the devil are you? Ask your questions, I will answer. Tell me about your life here. The nights are cold and the food and blah 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 blah. Having it. Hang on a minute. They've all got the same story, haven't they? Hey, you. I'm an old man and I have seen much. I fought with shins on and he was obsessed with outsiders. He risked everything in a useless attack on the Federation. If he had thought more about our people and less about his hatred for humans, we would control the Empire today. Instead, we have nothing. This is what comes from dealing with outsiders. Obisek says we must trust you. He says we need allies and that the Federation will help us. I do not believe him. If I have learned anything about my long years, it is that outsiders cannot be trusted. In the end, you will turn on us like vipers. I want peace, outsider, and I want quiet. All of my family and friends are dead. I have no stake in this rebellion. I fight because that is all I know how to do. But this battle is my last. When it is over, I will find some place dark and I will stay there for the rest of my days. Oh, you jolly soul. Nice talking to you. Anything in there? No. Anything through here? Yes. Yep, let's rob some supplies from these desperate people. Yep, let's steal some supplies. These people are desperate, but we're robbing them anyway. No, we don't want to go there yet. That progresses the mission. I want to have a good old look around first. Why do you follow Obisek? Obisek has vision. He wants all Remans to be free from Romulan oppression. He wants us to have a world of our own and not have to beg for scraps from Romulan tables. Obisek will lead us to victory. I, for one, am happy to fight at his side. Are there people here who aren't happy with Obisek's leadership? Many of the people here have lost family members to the Tal Shiar. It's hard to be happy about anything when all you're thinking about is what you don't have. What do you want out of this war? I want out. I will fight by Obisek's side until we are free, but then I want to explore. I have had enough of despair. There are hundreds of ships that need a capable warrior. I will find one of them, leave this space, and never look back. Perhaps I will join the crew of a Starfleet vessel. Wow, that's nice. Okay, add up everything to 15 again, so 1 plus 6 is 7, so A must be 8. 5 plus 7 is 12, so B must be 3. 2 plus 4 is 6, so C must be 9. The Nakul have been sending operatives to infiltrate the remnants. With cosmetic alterations, it would be difficult to tell a Nakul and a Reman apart. According to this probe, there's a Nakul operative here trying to sabotage the old warp core used to power this base. Let's find and stop that operative before he takes out the resistance for good. Disrupt a compression pistol. Hang on, there's another Reman to talk to. Have we spoken to him yet? Hey, stop! I want to talk to you. Obisek says we must trust you. He says we need allies in the Federation. I do not believe him. I've learned anything about my long years if I shoot out Solar's trust. Blah, blah, blah. I am old so much. I thought, yep, we've seen him. We've already spoken to that guy. Oh, for God's sakes, will you stop? No, we've already spoken to him. Ah, we can plunder this crate as well. One of the guys said they're short on food, but I'm sure they won't miss a bit of plumbing soup. Got to stay warm, you know, especially in this cold. Now we've got to find the Nakul spy. Why don't you want us here? Obisek says we must trust you. Yep, we've already done that. Ah!
This place won't be safe forever. We have to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. Prepare the... Ah, it's you. Welcome to the heart of the Resistance, little spy. There is so much for us to discuss, and so little time.
Don't you call me little.
The Tal Shiar have discovered this, our last refuge. They will be here soon, and my people and I will have to fight for our lives. Yet one question remains. Will you be our friend, or our enemy?
I'll be a hero. Stop Nakul from sabotaging the Reman base. Confront Obisek. Well, it depends. How much you're willing to pay me to be your ally? Well, we won't confront him just yet because why don't you want us here? Why do you think Obisek is wrong? Why don't you want us here? Obisek says we must trust you. No, that's not in. I'm an old man. No, we've seen him before. And what's in this room? Can we find the course spy early? No, we've seen him. No, there's no Nicole in here. Ah, there he is. That is a Nicole. Nicole are onto us by the looks of things. Always target this tracer one before you target the one with the shield. They look so odd with their flares on. Their long red trousers. Now we can confront Obisek, now that we've saved him from the Nicole sabotage. And that's obviously not the door. See, we just proved ourselves a friend.
My hope is that you are here to talk, but I am prepared for the alternative.
Decide on Obisek's face. Let him go. Arrest him.
The Tal Shiar could arrive at any time. Speak quickly.
Why are you doing this? Why fight the Tal Shiar?
Why? You ask why? This place is one of the last sanctuaries left to my people, and even it is lost to us now. The Romulans have driven us from our homes, destroyed our ships, and captured or killed our loved ones. They seek to exterminate us, and we will not go quietly. Understand, I do not want this war. I want freedom for my people. It is the Romulans and the Dark Masters they serve who have caused this. Now they must suffer the consequences.
Dark Masters, that's what Admiral Tenney suspected.
Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Did Sealer order these attacks?
This campaign of terror is the Tal Shiar's doing, not the Empress's. Still, Seela does nothing to stop it. There is little love between the Empress and the Tal Shiar. Did you know that many years ago, she was exiled from Romulus for attempting to assassinate the head of their order? The Tal Shiar have their own masters, and Seela despises what she cannot control. Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Why do you think the Tal Shiar are doing this?
Hakiv and the Tal Shiar no longer serve the Empire. The demons of air and darkness are their masters now. They whisper in the night for chaos and despair, and Hakiv gives them blood as tribute. Our blood. Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Tell me more about these demons.
I have never seen one of these demons, and I will not speak their name, but I know they exist. Eons ago, they ruled this part of the galaxy. After thousands of years of tyranny and death, the races they ruled rose up against them, driving them from their home world into unexplored space. We thought they had been destroyed. We were wrong. The demons of air and darkness survive, and they hunger for revenge. Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Do you still have Phaelon weapons?
A small supply. They are terrible things. Weapons of war so horrible, they should have never been invented at all. But they were. And my enemies are great. If I must resort to barbarism to free my people, that is not too high of a price to pay. Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Have you tried to find a peaceful solution?
There will be no peace. Not while Hakiv lives. This is not a problem that can be solved by diplomacy. Hakiv kills my people, I kill his. That is how it will be, until one of us is dead. Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Very closed-minded. What do you want from me?
We need your help. Talk to Starfleet Command. Tell them what you have seen. Tell them if my people are to survive, we need assistance. Starships, soldiers, medicine, protection for the refugees. I'm asking for the Federation's aid. You claim to be an organization dedicated to freedom for all peoples. Tell me, will you help my people now? Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Surrender and I will see that you are treated fairly, or I may not agree with your tactics, but I will not stop you.
I am glad you see things my way. Get instructions from your commanders if you must, but the battle rages, and we must join it. With your help, my people will be free.
Let Obisek go. I chose to be nice
I'm
to him.
pleased you see that my cause is just. We can do great...
Sir, Romulan transporter signals detected.
I will return to my ship and attempt to hold off their forces. Help my soldiers defend this base. Start the evacuation. We must get the civilians out.
The Tal Shiar have entered the base.
Commander Rauschna, transport the reinforcements here. Tell them to assist our new ally.
Security forces transporting.
Fight well, my friend. My people are counting on you.
Admiral, we've lost our transporter lock on you and the away team. The Tal Shiar must have activated a transport inhibitor. You'll need to find that inhibitor and shut it down. What's over here? Can't go out that way. Can't go out those doors either. Yep, we didn't arrest him. Well, that wasn't hard. Has any appeared in here? Nope. Death to Romulans! Death to all the Romulan scumbags. None in there. Tal Shiar jail. He dropped some good stuff. Let's just check around here. Wow, my crew members went down. Disable transport inhibitor. The Raymond should be able to handle it from here, Admiral. We should return to the ship and report to Admiral today. Obisek trusts us. I don't know if he's right about the outside influence on Hakiv's actions, but I'm sure that he believes these demons are real. If there is someone directing Hakiv to attack the Remans, this isn't a purely internal matter, and now the requirements of the Prime Directive aren't as clear. Even if he's wrong, Obisek is asking for Federation's help. Without it, the Remans may be exterminated. Are we supposed to simply ignore genocide? beam out? No, not yet. Obviously there's more Romulans to fight. No, it doesn't look like it. Any more Romulans out here? Well, let's check the map, and it doesn't seem there is, so we might as well beam out. Okay. We're done. That's the end of the episode then.
I sympathize with Obisek's plight, but I do not know if we will be able to assist him. He has no proof of these demons that he claims are directing Hakiv's actions. Without that, becoming directly involved in this conflict would be a violation of the Prime Directive. We will protect the Federation, offer aid to the refugees, and keep this conflict from spilling over into our territory. But if Obisek and his followers are going to continue this fight, they will do so without Starfleet support.
Bitch. So do we want a split beam rifle or a wide beam pistol? I'm going for the pistol.
Congratulations.
Don't know why. Accolade, Admiralty Ability 3. I have a new mission for you, Admiral. This is more going. There is more going on here. We can't just ignore it.
I agree with you. There is more to this story, and we must continue to follow the trail until all is revealed. As I have said, directly assisting the Remans against the Tal Shiar would be interfering with an internal affair, and that is prohibited by Starfleet regulations. However, I will authorize you to continue investigating this matter. If you can find evidence that supports Obisek's claims, then more options will be open to us.
We're being hailed by Obisek, putting him on screen now. The Reman resistance is very much in need of your help. Well, since I'm authorized to help him, we'll accept the next episode.
My contacts tell me that Starfleet has rejected my request for military assistance. That is regrettable, but not unexpected. The Tal Shiar are formidable opponents, as are the forces directing their action. I understand why the Federation would hesitate to engage them directly. So today I appeal to you, not as an ally in battle, but as a person of compassion. My people need your help. I need your help. One of our ships was carrying a load of Thalaron weapons through the Nopata system. That ship has disappeared. There are no indications there was a battle. It's as if my ship and its cargo simply vanished. I know you have your reservations about the lengths to which I will go to secure the freedom of my people. Tell me, if you do not trust me with Thalaron weapons, do you want Hakiv to have them? I can provide you with the last coordinates of the vessel. Please help me. Do what you will with the weapons, if they survive. But find my people.
Go to Nopata system, which is located in the Psi Valorum sector block, and search for a missing Reman ship. You will receive the following reward. Reman prototype Covarian shield array. I love that episode. I'll accept it, but I won't play it in this video. I'll play it in the next one after I've had a bit of a break. So, but for now, did I get a reward from Admiral Tani for that episode that I just played? I don't recall getting one. I got Tactical Fleet because I leveled it up, which means I should have a new ability on my skill tree somewhere. Sorry, in my toolbar, or one that I can put onto my toolbar. unless it's a ground ability. We've probably already got it, but this is a better version of it, maybe. There we go, tactical fleet. There it is. Now I'm going to just do a quick moving of the tool, so it's in a place where I'm more familiar with it. Which means I'm going to have to resave my ship loadout. Oh, I did get a reward for that episode. I got the Romulan pistol. Similar to the one I'm already using. But I don't see it in my... There it is. Found it. Yep, that's it. So did we get any skill points? Yes, we got 2 space points. So I think I'm going to max out the warp core potential. Warp core efficiency. Now, no tribbles, that's good. Did we claim this? Not yet. There we go, now we have. More Nukara marks. More dilithium. And do you know what I've been forgetting in the last video and this video? Officer assignments. So let's... R&D novice engineer. So we've got engineering up to level 5. Now we need to get beams and cannons. Well, cannons needs to catch up with beams, so that's the next one we're going to do. And again. And a third time. Now our duty officer assignments, we've completed all 22 of them because it's been a week since I last did them. Bridge officer assistance. Greetings, Captain. My name is Carrie. There is room on the USS Stitch in time for new bridge officers. So the assignment gave us a new bridge officer. And another one with a new bridge officer. Excuse me. Now we can't collect that one because it rewards colonists and we've got too many already. But let's go to my bridge officer. Wow. I thought I got 2 more. I don't see them. Oh well. But we did get an assignment above Starship Structural Integrity. Plus 25. That came from one of these assignments that I just did. I just collected the reward for. So that means find more. Exploration. Now for personal, more contraband, medical, now to my own departments. Nothing there. Secure quantum torpedo platform. As long as it doesn't cost any credits. Secure transphasing torpedo platform. Those will be ship devices. Investigate defection. Portray Orion Syndicate. Sabotage Romulan weapons lab. Riemann. Uncover intelligence leak. Why would I want to sabotage a Riemann weapons lab? They must be Tarras's Riemann's. And combat training. None from there. Well, just colonial, so we don't want to do colonial. Experimental console upgrades, we don't need that one, because that would just give a tech upgrade and not a good one. I think we got it anyway. No more open slots. That's that then. Ah, that's where they went. They went into my inventory, not into my roster. So this one is a human, so she's got leadership space, trait like all humans. And this one as well. They're both humans, a science and an engineer. And we don't have any slots to recruit them right now, so we'll move them to candidate roster. So they don't take up space in the inventory. And now they should be here. Yep, there they are. One of them's a purple. Anyway, I have a feeling for the next episode. We won't need to upgrade this. We might need a better weapon. Plasma wide beam pistol, crit D, damage 2. So the one from the episode wasn't as good. And this one came from being a temporal agent board. So we haven't got a better weapon yet. Or anything else for that matter. And our kits aren't nothing better in kit form. So that's everything for this episode. For that episode, we'll just make our way. No, we won't. We'll wait till the next video before we make our way to the Cobra system. So I'm going to end this video and play Colosseum in the next video. So this is video 22 in my Agents of Yesterday series, where we played Frozen. And in video 23, the next video, we will play Colosseum. But until then, I will say goodbye. Please subscribe, comment, share. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye.